Hi everyone, my name is Siva Ganeshwara, son of Sugumaran, and my group members are Lai Menchun, Chan Kasing, and YOOGESHINNY. Today we would like to talk and explain about our management assignment that we have done.
Administrative on Management. The theories of Frederick Winslow Taylor, Henry Fayol, Henry Gunn, and Max Weber are under the classical organization theory, which emphasize effort to set comprehensive guidelines and method for managing an organization. The mother of modern management, Mary Parker Follett, believed that management was the art of getting things done through people. Frederick Winslow Taylor mainly focuses on scientific approaches that are used to determine the fair day's task for each worker, including the best way of doing a job. Henry Gunn contribution to scientific management was significantly more than just a diagram. He was concerned about worker incentive, and he proposed a wage structure that he considered was equitable to both labor and businesses. Henry Fayol administrative theory approach mainly focuses on the personal task of management at a more rigorous level. In general, Henry divided organization management into 5 functions, namely planning, organizing, directing, coordinating, and control. Mary Parker Follett promoted a pull rather than a push approach to employee motivation, defined power over and power with, and proposed perspective concepts on negotiation, conflict resolution, and power sharing that influenced modern management theory. Max Weber is a sociologist who founded the theory of bureaucracy. He emphasized authority and management hierarchy. Bureaucracy can be defined as a concept in the field of sociology and political science that refers to a way of implementing the administration and enforcement of legal laws.
For Frederick Winslow's principle, the first one is develop a science for each element work. According to Taylor's definition of creating a science, management should collect objective data, conduct experiments, and standardize policies and process based on the findings. The second one is delegate responsibilities and train workers. Workers' roles and responsibilities tend to be defined and predetermined, and their duties are repetitive, straightforward. The third one is allocate work between managers and employees. It is important to know exactly what each level is expected to do and how to do it. The fourth one is monitor performance. The managers make sure that each employee beneath them is finishing their process efficiently. For Frederick Winslow's theories and its application to the world, the first one is offshore market. It is rigorous evaluation of exertion techniques, many capabilities that have been completed inside the United States overseas. Scientific control measure the only and value efficient manner to provide items and service. The second one is division of work. Breaking a task into elements and doing the job as systematically as possible have produced more consequence and standardization.
The 4 individual and notable contributions by Henry Gunn. First is task and bonus system. As the modifications of Taylor's differential pay system, Gunn's task and bonus salary system was launched at 1901. Second, perspective of worker. Gunn realized that his approach provided little incentive to go above and beyond the minimum requirements. Third, the chart. Each worker had a daily record kept in black if he reached the standard in red and if didn't. This led to more charts on the amount of the work done per machine, the amount of work done per worker, cost control, and the other subjects. The fourth is the social responsibility of business. Gunn appeared to separate himself further from the essential concept of scientific management after Taylor's death, extending his management interest to the function of leadership and the role of the enterprise itself. Henry Gunn's theory and its application to the world. After years of progress and automation, the Gantt chart is now the most popular and powerful tool for project management of all types and sizes. From building projects to corporate plans, Gantt charts are frequently utilized in a variety of businesses and areas. Gantt chart made work easier for everyone.
Henry Fayol's principle, division of work. Work should be distributed among individuals and groups according to Henry Fayol to guarantee the efforts and attention are focused on specific parts of the activity. Authority. According to Fayol, authority comes with responsibility and responsibility comes with authority. A manager should not be granted authority without accountability, and responsibility should never be given without the authority to carry it out. Discipline. According to Henry Fayol, discipline entails being sincere about one's work and enterprise, following commands and instruction from superiors, and believing in the business enterprise policies and program. Unity of command. According to Fayol, if the unity of command is disobeyed, authority is compromised, discipline is in danger, the order is disrupted, and the stability is jeopardized. Unity of direction. One head and one plan, as Fayol puts in, means that all effort on a single plan should be led and managed by a single individual. Subordination of individual interest to general interests. This will spark lively debate, particularly between collectives and individuals from individualistic societies. However, I believe that while a person is working, his mind and thoughts should be focused on the job and company's goal. Remuneration. Remuneration is determined by a variety of criteria, but it should be fair and to the extent possible provide satisfaction to both the staff and the firm. Centralization. According to Fayol, centralization reduces the relevance of the subordinate functions, whereas decentralization raises it. It's all about proportion and specific instance when it comes to centralization. Scala chain. This scala chain is used to communicate authority and responsibility. According to Fayol, the chain of superiors ranging from the greatest authority to the lowest level. Order. According to Fayol, physical and social components such as land, raw materials, tools and equipment and other people should be properly, systematically and neatly organized. Equity. At every level of management, the principle of equity should be observed and applied. There should be no discrimination based on caste, gender or religion. Effective management always treats employees with compassion and humanity. Stability of tenure of personnel. The long tenure of personnel in the organization is linked to the principle of stability, and because production of a team effort, a solid management team is always assembled. Initiative. Initiative is a term used to describe the process of devising a strategy and putting it into action. According to Fayol, everyone's initiative is a significant source of strength for enterprise. Escape the corps. It emphasized the importance of maintaining personal cohesion. To achieve these goals, Fayol encouraged the effective teamwork and the use of vocal communication over writers and communications where it is easier and faster. Henry Fayol's theory and its application to the world. Henry Fayol's 5 functions of management is still a popular management framework, and it can be applied in its original form. In any case, it contains a few jewels that can be utilized as checklists, such as the 4 planning elements: goal, action, stages and method. The same can be stated of Fayol's 14 management principles. Fayol's management theory are still relevant today and serve as a great reminders of the responsibility of the manager's role.
The principles of Mary Parker. First is direct contact with the employees. When there are direct contacts between managers and employees, there are fewer misunderstandings and conflicts. Second is early stages. By initiating this proper coordination, the organization will achieve all its goals easily and quickly. Third is reciprocal relationship. All employees, regardless of level, must put in the same efforts and work efficiently and with high productivity. Fourth is continuous process. The process of coordination must begin when the organization begins, and it must be continued until the organization exists. This must be done in the planning, organizing, directing and controlling process. Apart from the above 4 principles, Mary Parker Follett's main focus was integration. Follett believed that for an organization to achieve its goals, employees at all levels must be inclusive. The result will be more satisfying because each employee will do their part well. Second is power width. Senior management should not try to control everything. Rather, it is better to delegate most of the work. But while delegating work, there shouldn't be a strict hierarchy that the organization has to follow. Third is group power. Instead of individual power, it is a group power that needs to be valued. Businesses exist not only for the benefit of one person, but also for the benefit of all employees. Mary Parker Follett's theories and its application in today's world. This Follett management theory is used in today's world by managers in management. They get colleagues to work in teams by creating open plan offices and project teams. Other than that, leadership of function is inherent in the job of every company. Although personality plays a large part in leadership, Follett believes that leadership of function is becoming more important than leadership of personality. This is because leadership is mainly used among managers in every company to ensure the organization is stable and lead a group of employees.
Sixth principle of bureaucracy by Max Weber. The first principle is specialization. Weber stated that bureaucracy has specialization, and it means that giving management the ability to issue directives and establish guidelines on the procedure they should follow, and assign personnel to this job based on merit. The second principle is formalized rules. When Weber talked about formalized rules, he was referring to what we now call policy and procedure. The third principle is hierarchical structure. Weber also believed that an organization structure should be hierarchical with one clear leader at the top. The fourth principle is well-trained employees. A company should have well-trained workers. According to Weber, managers should receive extensive expert training, particularly in specialized jobs, and junior staff should also receive training. The fifth principle is managerial dedication. According to Weber, bureaucracy involves management commitment. And last but not least, the sixth principle is impartiality of management. Weber stated that management should be impartial. Managers should follow the rules and keep the business property, interests, and activities separate from their personal property. Max Weber theories and its application in today's world. Nowadays, words like bureaucracy and authority have a negative connotation. In fact, as a management concept, they were relatively new and have a positive outlook on defining how to structure organizations optimally and the primary source of the authority. While we may despise the word bureaucracy at this time, most organizations are still properly designed in this manner because of the concept, structure, broad applicability, and effectiveness.
The related examples for Frederick Winslow Taylor and Henry Gunn. Amazon, McDonald's, and FedEx, they are using the scientific management philosophy. By systemizing workplace tools and process, these organizations were able to enhance employee performance. For Henry Fayer's related examples, in 1930s, General Motors started to incorporate Fayer's ideas into its management process. For Mary Parker, within organizational hierarchies, a greater knowledge of lateral process. In the 1920s, DuPont Chemicals Company used this principle to create the first matrix-style organization. For Max Weber, everywhere you look, there are examples of bureaucracy. Many individuals interact with the state motor vehicle agencies, health maintenance organizations, financial lending in the institutions. The advantages of Frederick Winslow Taylor. The first one is enhanced production. There is a constructive collaboration between managers and employees, resulting in improved teamwork. The second one is ability to control. Employees become experts in their field when they perform in the same job, making it easier for the manager to maintain control over them. The third one is cost of production reduced. Productivity is increased through the automation and the most up-to-date usage of technology in the manufacturing process. The fourth one is less production time. Scientific management philosophy allows for more work in less time. Production activities are pre-planned, resulting in less production delays. The fifth one is avoid labor and management disputes. Management and labor have a nice and healthy relation with one another since they have a good connection and collaborate. For the disadvantage, the first one is require huge capital. More money is required for the development of a work study, planning department, worker training, and standardization. The second one is management in charge of everything. The management is fully responsible for supervision and planning of workplace operation. The third one is scientific management is not suitable for team. There is no place for personal preference in this concept. The fourth one is work division. There is a division of labor when scientific management theory is used, such as in planning and performing in any function. The fifth one is stress. Productivity and profitability are prioritized, which leads to employee exploitation and the formation of trade unions.
The advantages of Gantt chart is provide a high-level overview. For both individuals who are directly committed and those with less involvement, such as executives and other stakeholders, a Gantt chart provides an overall perspective of a project and its time frame. Second, it improves efficiency and helps manage resources. A Gantt chart can assist executives and employees in properly managing their time and resources. Third is it allows for better tracking. Project leaders and members can use a Gantt chart to keep track of tasks, milestones and overall workflow. The disadvantages of Gantt charts is complex and confusing. Reworking the Gantt chart regularly can be challenging if your company does not employ software to assist you. Second is they do not offer much detail regarding task dependencies. Gantt charts can show you how to finish an activity before moving on to the next. However, they do not go into great depth about all the dependencies within project's task. Third is task bars do not show the amount of work that each task requires. The length of Gantt chart task bar indicates how long it may take to complete a work. However, the length does not represent the specific resources required for such a task. The advantages of Henry Fayol is facilitates organizational focus. Henry Fayol's 14 principles of management are the organizational structure. These 14 principles encompass all aspects of the organization of a well-developed and sustainable company. Second is promotes the team concept. This is a foundational theory of the team concept that has become so prevalent in many small businesses. Rather than having employees work individually on projects, many companies group workers with diverse skills and talents into a team. The disadvantages of Henry Fayol is the function of command and control. According to Brain, Bidian and Brice 2002, the command word issued by the larger expert and which should reach all parts of the businesses, whether immediately or through successive levels in the organization, and the responses should return to the central authority in a slow sense, either immediately or through the levels. Second is change in wages over place. Employees need to be careful and find a proper workforce to safeguard the welfare of employees and the progress of the company. The advantages of Mary Parker Follett is the role of the manager is defined. A manager is someone who indirectly contributes to the goals of the organization by directing the efforts of others rather than performing the task himself. On the other hand, a non-manager contributes directly to the goals of the organization by performing the task on his own. Second is focuses on teamwork. A team has a specific goal to achieve, shares leadership roles, and has both individual and shared responsibilities. The disadvantages of Mary Parker Follett is integrated problem solving is not always possible. Follett is a pragmatist and understands that not every trade can lead a positive sum game. Team members must find solutions on their own. Solutions imposed from the outside are difficult to work. The second is lack of discipline. Negative discipline requires constant supervision, resulting in wasted precious time. In the negative concept of discipline, disciplinary action includes punishment. Punishment also causes resentment and hostility.
Conclusion: managing a company or organization is a difficult and complex task. To be successful, a company management must have tactics tailored to its employees and workplace. The art of running and managing a corporation or organization is referred to as administrative management. Administrative management main goal is to establish a formal structure that helps a company or organization success. Administrative management is critical to ensuring a business seamless functioning, which is why administrative manager must have a thorough awareness of all stages of the management process. And there is no single plan that can cover all aspects of administrative management. Effective administrative involved in producing and delivering the execution of numerous techniques based on purpose, vision, and goals of each firm.
Thank you for watching our video and goodbye everyone.